Captain's log, supplemental. The Reliant is on our way to Starbase 226 to meet with a repair crew from the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. We're delivering them to the planet where the Defiant is still grounded. She's in desperate need of repairs before she'll be ready for us again. I look forward to the opportunity to work with Captain Kira and the Engineering Corps. But for days now I haven't been able to shake. Computer, erase that last part.
Bridge to Captain O'Brien. I have Commodore Keeping on Priority 1 Subspace Audio only.
Put him through.
Captain O'Brien, there's been a change of plans. You're to hold your position in the Terran system. Is that going to be a problem?
We did have a deadline to meet.
I'm sending a mediator that Starfleet Command selected specifically for this mission. They'll brief you once they arrive. Rest up. You're gonna need it.
Who is it?
I can't say over subspace, and I don't know what Command has planned, but I'll say this much. He wasn't my first choice.
Understood.
Keeping out.
Captain O'Brien, what brings you into sickbay at 0500 hours?
I'm having some trouble sleeping, Doc.
You don't have a history of insomnia.
It's not like that. I just keep thinking about what happened with the Defiant. She was my ship. How can I let Simmons do that to her?
I seem to recall Kira was in command at the time.
Gord's been a long couple of weeks, and I just can't seem to get past it.
Miles, I'm a doctor. I'm not a counselor.
You're my friend, too.
And as your friend, I really think you should see a counselor about this.
I can hook you up with Lieutenant Costas. She's very good.
There's nothing wrong with me, Doc. I'll work it out on my own.
As long as it doesn't throw your damn shoulder out.
Thanks for nothing, Gord.
Doctor, what brings you all the way up here?
Nothing in particular. I thought I'd go out for some air.
And the medical tricorder?
I'm not allowed to multitask?
Captain, we're approaching the Terran system.
Detecting a vessel at 338 Mark 12, 50,000 kilometers out. USS Shield, Galaxy class. Captain?
Very well, Mr. Brim. That'll be our mediator. Khan, set an intercept course and engage.
Captain?
Set a rendezvous course. Make it so. See, this is why I need to sleep.
You're exactly right, Miles. Which is why I spoke to Lieutenant Costas over subspace. Cute little thing, isn't she?
I'm married.
So was I once upon a time, but you gotta admit, she's a cute little thing.
Gord, will you get off my bridge?
Incoming transmission. Captain Rogers says the Shield is ready to transport our mediator. Transporter room 1 is ready to receive.
Satar, I'll be in transporter room 1. You've got the bridge. It's time to find out who this mystery mediator is. O'Brien to Shield. Energize.
My dear Captain, how very nice to see you again. How very nice to see you again.
You son of a bitch. Miles, stop it. That's Simmons. He shot down the Defiant.
That was a misunderstanding. I was working to infiltrate a brain cell who were trying to invade the Romulan Star Empire. And I regret any harm that occurred during my time as a double agent.
He murdered the crew of the Defiant.
Miles, can I call you Miles? course I can. That was an accident, and I feel awful about it. The Breen were the ones who insisted on firing on the Defiant. I was an innocent bystander and couldn't risk blowing my cover by interfering with the attack on Captain Kira's little ship.
See, that proves he was involved.
Miles, if you don't stop fighting me, I'm going to have you relieved.
Fine. I'm getting Commodore Keeping on the line.
Commodore Keeping really isn't who you need to be concerning yourself with. This was Starfleet Command's idea. Starfleet Command seems to believe that I am the best mediator for this particular job. They were very insistent, and you are the best captain for the job. Which means during this mission, you provide me full support, and you will be following my orders to the letter. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. To the letter.
Starfleet has a very important mission for us. The government of Corel 6 has asked for our assistance in establishing a peace treaty. This peace treaty would settle a planet-wide civil war.
Corel 6. I don't believe they're a warp-capable planet. Isn't that against the Prime Directive?
They are not warp-capable, but Starfleet has learned that the Klingons have made contact with Corel 6. As such, the inhabitants are aware of other worlds, and they are aware of interstellar travel.
So Starfleet wants to make them a protectorate.
Quite right. When Starfleet learned of the Klingons' involvement, they sent a diplomatic envoy, hello, to establish a trusting relationship with the planet's current government. It appears that the Klingons are arming the rebel faction in the hopes that they will overthrow that current government.
Why would the Klingons want to overthrow the government of Corel 6?
The planet is rich in dilithium. The rebels are allowing the Klingons to mine and take what crystals they want in exchange for assistance defeating the current government. The current government does not want the crystals removed at all. They consider them to be sacred.
The Federation is helping the government protecting the rights to the crystals?
Yes, we are. This is the first democratic government Corel 6 has had. Prior to this, it was organized as a dictatorship. The rebels' aim here is to see that old dictatorship reestablished. They're not of the mind that everyone should have an equal vote.
Bridge to the captain. We're now in orbit of Corel 6.
That, gentlemen, is our cue. I hope you brought your winter boots.
Why do we need winter boots?
Because the climate on Corel 6 is as volatile and unpredictable as it is inhospitable. We're dead in the middle of their winter season right now, which means freezing winds, hailstorms, blizzards, and bitter cold.
Captain?
Is there a problem, Lieutenant Brim?
Packlets don't really do cold, sir.
Mr. Brim, we're not going down without a security escort, and that's final.
Oh, come now, Miles. Don't be such a stickler. I'm sure we can let the regulations slide just this once. We'll be just fine, you and I.
And I? You said they're in the middle of a civil war. They might need a doctor.
Then you may accompany us as well. Try and keep up, Doctor.
Welcome to Corel 6, gentlemen. I am Kulong, Prime Minister.
Oh. Prime Minister, so very good to see you again.
Admiral, welcome back, welcome back.
May I present Captain Miles O'Brien and Dr. Gord Higgins of the Federation Starship Reliant.
Very good to meet you, gentlemen.
Sir, hello.
Captain O'Brien, your Starfleet record shows that you served in the Cardassian War and the Dominion War. Is this so?
Yes, it is.
It says here that you fought alongside the Bajoran terrorists as well.
I prefer to call them freedom fighters. They were a lot of good people.
I'd hoped that you might be able to help us better understand the terrorists on my own planet.
The difference is, the Bajorans were fighting against the Cardassians. They were fighting to save their government, not fighting against it.
Yes, you can tell the Prime Minister all about the Bajorans and the Cardassians. In the meantime, I unfortunately must excuse myself.
Prime Minister, I do believe I have a meeting with your Minister of Defense.
Yes. We will speak on this more later, I hope.
Yes.
Excellent.
Of course we will.
So, Prime Minister, tell me a little more about your fight with these rebels.
Well, 6 months ago, things seemed to be proceeding well. Then suddenly, the peace talks broke off. Since then, we've had word that the rebels are negotiating with people from another planet called Klingons to mine our sacred rocks.
Have you tried talking with the Klingons as well?
We've made overtures to our Minister of Defense, but he advises me that the Klingons are not interested in negotiating with us, only with the rebels.
That doesn't make any sense. Even the Klingons would deal with the government before they deal with a rebel force.
What's going on?
Sir, there's been a shooting. A number of children have been injured or killed by young gunmen.
How did this happen? How did a child get their hands on a weapon?
It was another of the illegal rebel weapons that have surfaced.
My gods, how could this have happened? O'Brien, my people have strict weapons laws. It's not illegal to own a firearm, but you have to pass examinations. How could this have happened?
My God, is there anything we can do?
No, our only hope is that Admiral Simmons can.
You gotta be kidding me.
Captain!
Your Admiral Simmons has been here several times over the past few months, and he has been instrumental in laying the groundwork for negotiations with the rebels.
He has. Isn't that around the same time the Klingons arrived and started supplying the rebels with arms?
Miles.
Captain, is there something you are trying to say?
No, Prime Minister. My apologies. Please continue.
Admiral Simmons is an esteemed guest of my world, and you will treat him with the respect which he is due.
Yes, sir.
Besides, the Klingons arrived here 6 months ago. The rebels have only been receiving weapons since last month.
A month ago? I see.
Yes, I'll be right there. Gentlemen, I have a meeting to attend to. You may feel free to use my office as long as you are my guests.
Admiral Simmons to Defense Minister Brassard.
Go ahead, Admiral.
What's going on? I thought by now you were going to have attacked the capital and secured it.
I felt it was better to wait for your arrival. We wanted to make sure we had enough firepower to completely wipe out the government forces.
This is getting far too close for my liking. I just barely scraped through that brain incident with my rank intact thanks to O'Brien and Kira, and
Your internal Federation problems do not concern me. As long as you continue to give me the weapons I need to overthrow this government, you can have as many of those worthless stones as you like. Brassard out.
stones that won't do me any good if I get caught. Simmons to... Whoever's in charge up there. Simmons to Reliant.
Admiral.
Reliant. There are 2 crates in your cargo hold that I will be needing beamed to the following coordinates shortly.
I don't remember the Shield moving any crates aboard. I also don't remember anyone clearing them with security.
Is Starfleet paying you to think, Pakled?
Technically, they're not paying me at all.
Then dispense with the thinking. You have your orders, and I expect you to carry them out.
Aye, Admiral. Reliant to Captain O'Brien. Sir, I think you're going to want to hear this.
Thank you, Brim. Captain. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. How the bloody hell did he get 2 crates on board my ship without me knowing about it?
Your blood pressure is rising, and you're exhibiting some pretty clear signs of irritable behavior.
Gord, I'm not joking around.
Neither am I.
Is this still about that counselor?
Look, you're obviously wearing yourself dangerously thin. Based on everything I've seen, if you don't figure out a way to work this out, you're going to end up hurting yourself.
O'Brien to 7. 7, I want you to go to the cargo hold, find 2 crates that are tagged for Admiral Simmons, inspect them, and let me know what's in them. I need to know what the hell he brought aboard my ship.
Aye, Captain.
Or you could do that. Ignore a man who went to Starfleet Medical School for 7 years.
Brim, get Captain Rogers of the USS Shield on the line.
I have Captain Rogers of the Shield standing by.
Transporter room, 2 to beam up.
Captain Rogers, how are you?
I'm doing well, Captain O'Brien. How can I help you?
I need to know something, and it has to stay captain to captain.
No problem.
You delivered Admiral Simmons to us in the Terran system, is that right?
We did, yes. We ferried him there when the Langley brought him to the Corel system just about a month ago.
You did?
We did, yes.
Did he have any cargo with him, and what did he use it for?
I can't tell you anything, Captain O'Brien.
Bloody hell, Steve.
I can't tell you anything on record. Off record? Well, he did have 2 large black containers that he wouldn't allow us to inspect.
That sounds like the Admiral.
And captain to captain, watch your back. Admiral Simmons is shifty.
Thanks for the info. Reliant out.
Captain, please report to the cargo bay.
On my way. I guess you'll be coming with me too, will you, Doctor?
I guess so.
What's he hiding, 7?
Phasers. He's helping the rebels by supplying them with phasers.
So they can easily take over the government. I'm not going to allow this.
Captain to the bridge, I have Admiral Simmons on the line.
Captain.
I'm on my way.
Captain, please beam down those 2 crates to the designated coordinates.
Admiral, I can't do that. You're supplying arms to a foreign government's enemy, and that's against the Prime Directive.
I'm sorry, what part of to the letter is difficult for you to understand? You've been given your orders, and as your superior officer, I am ordering you to beam down those phasers now!
You really can't be thinking about this.
Gord?
You'll be helping the rebels wipe out their own government.
I have to follow his orders to the letter.
No, you don't. They'll continue killing innocent men, women, and children with those weapons. These weapons are ending up in the hands of children, Miles. Children are killing other children. We have to stop this. Don't beam down those phasers.
Captain O'Brien, I'm waiting.
Doctor, you said to let it go, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
No, Miles, not like this.
7 of 9. Transfer transporter control to my chair. If anybody's going to commit this sin, let it be the captain.
Transporter control, transfer to your station, sir.
Damn it, Miles. Don't do this.
Gord, not another word out of you, or I'll have you removed from the bridge.
What's the problem?
Nothing, sir. I'm just transporting the cargo now.
Guns are here!
Thank you, Captain O'Brien. You've served your purpose well. I'm ordering the Reliant back to Starbase 263. Give my regards to Captain Kira.
Understood. Reliant out. Khan, set a course, maximum warp.
Aye, sir.
Captain, in light of your act.
Sater, I think the communications array may need to be recalibrated. The view screen was acting up a little bit there then.
Yes, sir, certainly. Communications will be offline for approximately 20 minutes while I complete the diagnostics.
Captain, wait. I'm detecting an irregular power signature aboard. Sir?
These phasers are more powerful than anything you have seen or used before.
They better be. Government soldiers are on their way to attack us as we speak.
All right, everyone, leave your old weapons, grab a phaser, follow me.
Miles, what the hell are you thinking? The rebels don't care who they're giving these weapons to. There are men, women, and children down there. Captain, effective immediately, I am going to relieve you of your command.
Sir?
What are those?
They're the power cells for the phasers I just beamed down.
Power cells? But you just beamed down the phasers.
Yes, I followed the Admiral's orders to the letter. I beamed down the phasers like I was ordered. He never said anything about beaming down the power cells.
So the phasers are useless.
There's not a damn thing on that planet that can power one phaser, let alone 2 cratefuls.
But why beam the power cells into the communications array?
I transported them into the array so the power cells would short out the system. Just in case the Admiral wanted to get out of there in a hurry, he wouldn't be able to contact us.
So, by initiating repairs to the communications array, it would have been logged in the system. Very clever, Miles.
Reliant, this is Admiral Simmons requesting immediate transport. Reliant, please respond. O'Brien, where are you?
Drop the weapon! Drop it now!
709 to O'Brien.
Go ahead, 7.
Sir, repairs are completed on the communications array.
Thank you.
And sir, may I ask that if you are planning on hiding any more power cells, that you do not do it in such a sensitive area?
No promises, 7.
So, power cells.
I had to convince Simmons I was following his orders.
It was a very good plan. You carried it out to the letter, but you could have let me know.
And where would the fun be in that?
I guess I owe you an apology.
No more than I owe you one. You were right. I had a lot of weight on my shoulders. It was affecting my work, my sleep. It was affecting everything. Talking about it, letting it go, it all helped. I don't think I'd have been able to do it without your help, Gord.
Let me guess. You're going to get some rest.
Rest? I get some rest when I'm dead. I'm going kayaking.
Kayak? Oh, no, Miles. You're not going to that damn holodeck to throw your shoulder out again. If you do, I'm not even going to... No, there's no way I'm not going to...